Hello, my name is Rafael Arjona, and today I'm going to present you my case study of Spotify for the International Marketing course. What we're going to do is to learn about Spotify, their activities, their history, and everything that they do that allow them to reach internationalization and new markets with new customers. 20 or 30 years ago, the music industry was based on the dominance of the discographies. The owners of the artists and their content distributed the music and generated all the incomes. Today, there is a new digital format that allows the consumption of music and different content through the encapsulation of information and beats, so people can enjoy music from anywhere. As I said before, Spotify appeared when the new landscape for digital content started. This new landscape is basically the digitalization and the advance of the technology. Everyone could have access to their favorite music with just one click, and this is where Spotify appeared, responding to the demand of here and now. The birth of Spotify comes from the combination of two fortuitous events. First, the changed landscape of media with digital distribution as a key factor, as I said before, and Daniel Ek, who achieves the best creation he ever made through the connection of the passions of his lives, computing and also music. Daniel Ek had a great friendship with Martin Lorentzon, the founder of TradeDouble, a Swedish marketing giant for many years that helped him to reach his dream. The idea was created and launched in 2006, but could not see the light for another 2 years until 2008 when it was launched for different public in Europe, countries such as Spain, Norway, France, and Sweden. Through the years, Spotify was able to create basically an empire. They built a $20 billion business. Today, Spotify is the platform with the most active subscribers, surpassing its direct competitors Google Play and Apple Music, and we're going to see that the strategies that allow them to do this. As I said before, Spotify started in Europe. At first, it was only available for a few countries, Spain, Norway, France, and Sweden. But quickly, Spotify started their internationalization through different strategies that allow them to enter different markets such as USA, Brazil, Germany, and United Kingdom. The first of these strategies that allowed Spotify to enter countries such as Brazil and Germany was the localization. Spotify leveraged data from its user base to find and track rising local artists, which then they promote to global audiences. They did this in Germany and Brazil with different content and allowed them to penetrate these markets. Another important strategy that Spotify applies was based on hyper-localized ads. Spotify launched a number of highly successful hyper-localized ads campaigns in markets as USA, France, and United Kingdom. This served to locate not only the language but also to determine which song will be more successful in each country and help them to target in a better way each market. We also have a Spotify SWOT analysis to see if the strategies that Spotify applied were correct. We have many things here like the strength side that allow us to see that Spotify has a strong position and popularity within its industry. Also, we have some threats that let us see that Spotify business model is relatively easy to imitate, and this can be traduced in loss for Spotify. We also have a Brio framework for Spotify, and this shows us that Spotify is able to sustain and support those elements that differentiate it from the competence and generate competitive advantage through its developed resources and capabilities. These advantages that Spotify has are notably related to the advances in network, which directly improves the commercial operations of the platform. Also, we have Spotify perception map. In this perception map, we can see that Spotify is in a great position within the industry compared to its competitor. As explained above, its ability to acquire rights and buy content gives it a good position in terms of the experience that the customer receives. And in the same way, thanks to its marketing and promotion, it requires a relatively low price. For the conclusion, we could observe that Spotify was able to find the right formula to enter different markets, such as Brazil, Germany, USA, United Kingdom, and more, taking advantage of the different strategies that allow Spotify to use cultural, social, and local factors to open up a way to get more and more new users in unexplored or little explored markets. Regardless of the incredible success that Spotify obtained as a result of these different strategies, the research carried out allows me to make different recommendations that I believe are accurate for Spotify so that they can maintain the competitive advantage that it has, and if it's possible to even increase it more. Knowing that Spotify has based most of its successful strategies on connecting local and global users with the largest variety of content possible, a recommendation would be to invest even more in the technological development of the application in order to create the best generator of musical recommendations possible based on the client's profile. This will be an special differentiator in the music industry is based in the satisfaction for the client to find the perfect music. I think that it's appropriate that Spotify will consider to create an extension of the business that allows them to create its own content. Being one of the main disputes in this industry, rights are of a great importance to ensure the best possible experience by offering as much content as possible for the customer. For this, Spotify should consider having its own artists and its own label that allows them to create content. The last recommendation is based on the graphs that allows us to see that Spotify has sufficient capabilities and competences to maintain a sustainable competitive advantage over time, although all these capabilities must be oriented towards the maximum use of the opportunities that they have, such as penetrate even more the markets in which their brand is already found and ensure its positioning, also to reduce the threats and weaknesses that they have. For the last, here we have the references that I used to make this article. We have many references, such as the chronological view of the evolution of music, some articles to understand the Spotify company, its operation, their objectives, different elements, and their strategies.